Hi guys, welcome to the second tutorial where we're going to have a look at the sprites and we're eventually going to get them moving. So what I'm going to show you is just underneath the stage. Okay, so the stage is where the scene is. You will see some little icons. Now these are called sprites. All of these are sprites. I've got different sprites. Now you can see I've put a fox in the in my scene, and you can add sprites just from going down to the little cat head, bottom right hand corner, clicking on that. It opens up lots of different sprites. If I click on animals, you can see lots of different ones. Now obviously think about your scene, because your scene is autumn. Think about what animals you might see outside in autumn. You probably won't see a dinosaur because they don't exist anymore. So do be careful which animals you choose. So for example, I could choose the hedgehog. So if I choose the hedgehog, you see how animated he is. I'm just going to click on the hedgehog and he's floating in the sky. So I'm just going to bring him down to the bottom. And he's far too huge. He's nearly as big as the boy. So I'm just going to reduce him down to 30. And now he's about the right size. So I can leave him in the picture, but maybe not under the boy's foot. So put him down there, out of the way. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just show you how, as well as adding sprites from the sprite library where I've just shown you, you can also export them from another project. So what I mean by that is you can, if you see something you like in another project, you can then download that onto your computer and then upload it into your own project. So as an example, just imagine that I had Jim in a different project. I can click on him, so he's highlighted. I can right click and I can export. Now what that means is when I export, he will drop down to the bottom left hand corner of my screen. Okay, so he's gone into my download folder on my computer. Now what I need to do then is I need to go into my project that I'm working on. So come into the project, go down to the little cat head. This time I'm going to go up to upload sprite. I can click on upload sprite and then I can search for my download folder, and that download that I've just done of Jim will be at the very top of my download folder, so I can import him into my scene. Don't worry if you can't do that. You can still use lots of different sprites from the little sprite library. So, you know, that's fine if you just want to get them from the library, or you can make them yourself. There is an editor to make them. So if I go down to the cat head, you can go up to paint. So this might be, you know, if you've finished all the tasks today, you might want to paint something like a bird in the sky. You can go over to the paint and it gives you a blank canvas. You've got your colours up here. So I'm not quite sure what a bird colour might be. So if I go down to maybe a grey bird in the sky, and I'm going to click on the pen, and I can make it a little bit bigger. Well, this is the paintbrush, should I say, and then in the middle of my editor I'm just going to draw a quick bird here. It's not a very good bird, as you can tell, but it gives you an idea what you can do. You could do some lovely artwork in here. And obviously it's a little bit big is my bird, so I'm just going to reduce him, say 20. And now you can see he's just a tiny bird in the sky, which makes it more sensible, should I say, than that big sort of wiggly line. So it does look like a bird now in the sky. So you could do all sorts of different animals in there. I'm not going to do that though today. So now we've got our scene, we need to make the sprites move. Okay, so to do that you can pick the sprite you want to move. So I'm going to click on Jim, and if you notice above the scene, the stage, there's a little green flag. Now the green flag is there so that you can click the green flag and start the animation. Okay, there's also a stop next to it if you want to stop the animation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the left hand side, all lots of different coloured blocks that we can use for different purposes. Now we always start with the yellow events. These are what starts some code off. So the one that I'm going to choose is I'm just left clicking with my mouse and dragging it into the middle when green flag is clicked. So that means at the beginning of the animation, when someone clicks the green flag, something's going to happen. And what I want to happen is I want Jim to move. So if I go back to my colours, you can see the blue one is motion, that's move. So I click on the blue and I'm going to go move 10 steps. So when the green flag is clicked, Jim will move 10 steps. So let's just have a look. Click the green flag and he moves. If I keep on clicking it, he will keep on moving. But notice I've got to keep on clicking the green flag, and that's not ideal. It's not really an animation. So we need him to move constantly. And we do this by what we call a loop. Now, loops are in the control, so the orange control. And we could do, there's two different types really. There's a repeat so many times, or just make him move forever. I'm just going to use the forever, and notice how it's like a crocodile, this forever loop, because when I put it round, it sort of goes around the move 10 steps. Okay, and it links all together. So let's click the green flag and see what he does. He runs off the side of the stage. Okay, so that's not ideal. We need him to move, stay on the stage, and maybe come back the way he came. So I'm going to go back up to motion, to the blue motion, and I'm going to go down to if on edge bounce. So this is the next one. It's at the bottom of the motion blocks, and I'm just going to pop that inside the forever loop, just underneath move 10 steps. Now he's moving backwards and forwards. He's going a little bit too fast, so what I want to do is slow him down. So I just reduce the number of steps, and I can go to 5. You see he's slowed down a lot now. I could do 2, and that's probably about the right speed for our little boy at the moment. Okay. Now, once you've done that, if you feel that, you're quite confident with that, you can have a look at some of the other sprites you have underneath your stage. Now, this one is Anya. And notice when I click on Anya, she doesn't show on the scene. I'll just stop the animation for now. And that's because if you look under the stage, it says show, and there's 2 little eyes. And you can see I've got it on the blue eye that has a line across it, which means that you can't see her. So if I click on the other one, now you can see her. Okay, so you can bring her on either through code or just by clicking on this little icon here. Okay, and we'll probably code her a little bit later on, or you could code her if you've got everything finished. Don't forget, if you want to create your own sprite, paint your own sprite, you can go to the editor just by going down to the little cat head and up to the paintbrush. And you can also name your sprite. So I'm just going to put bird so that I know what it is in the sky. So that's the first task that I want you to do today. And as I said, if you finish them tasks, you can add more sprites, you can paint more sprites, you can get all your sprites moving. And remember, you can slow them down, you can speed them up, entirely up to you. Right, and that's all for today. Thank you.